Hey Milspec, how you doing? Can I just do a video check with you? I'm on the hotel Wi-Fi. How's the video? How's the sound? Can you hear me? Big K Rouge? K Rouge? I'm sorry, hold on a second. All right, thank you, Milspec. Um, this hotel Wi-Fi has I don't know, it always drops me for some reason. It's free Wi-Fi through the hotel, so yeah, I'm on some business travel, enjoying my time when I can here in California. I just took a look at the silver prices. They're holding their own. Yes, silver was up, I'd say about what, 18 and change. It drew back. It's now about 17.90, so we're talking about a 60 cent drawback, but yet it's up for the day, for today. So silver's it's holding its own. It really is. I'm feeling good about silver, especially about that long stagnant timeline where it was like $14, 14 and change. So I'm really grateful to see some kind of activity. Let me move over here. Yeah, some type of activity. I'm really glad. But on the flip side, like I say all the time, I kind of want silver really to fall back down so we can buy more and save money on our purchases. Let me just say hello to a few people. Like I said, I'm here in California, in Oxnard, California. It's pretty nice here. It's right next to Ventura. It's kind of it's a good location, really is. Let's take a look. So Milspec, thank you so much for helping me. K Big Rouge from Cajun County, man. Some of the best food I've ever had in my 50 some odd years of living. If you folks ever get out to freaking Louisiana or New Orleans, you've got to just stuff your face. MK Ultra 90K, thank you. Haven't been in your live stream for a while. And that's okay. I haven't been doing them. I really, MK Ultra, I really cut my live stream back a lot. I really enjoy just doing videos. I don't get me wrong. I like doing the live streams, but I feel that I can be more detailed. At least my personality can be more detailed in what I'm discussing. I can do a little research in what I'm discussing, and document that in a video format. Whereas on a live stream, you're on your toes. There's no, not that I use a script, but there's no planning. There's no script. So the live streams are basically a 1 on 50, or how many people are in the room, you know what I mean, and answering questions, and just it's a platform for you users also to converse with each other as well as with me and ask questions. So Air Mac Full, thank you. Welcome to California, my friend. Cali Coin Searcher. Yeah, thank you so much. MK Ultra finally got 1 ounce of gold, man. I'm so jealous. I don't even have any gold. I mean, I have a couple of 1/10 ounces, 1/10 ounces. They're about the size of my pinky fingernail, if you ever want to know. I'm grateful to have them, but boy, I would like to have something a little more substantial one of these days to really hold it in your hands. Hold it in my hand, you know what I mean? Car sales very bad here in Tennessee. Reminds me of '08 and '09. Hope not. I think the used car sales are actually doing better than new car sales. So what it's doing is, because I recently went out and bought in 2017 I bought a car, but what it's doing is driving up the used car sales to where it's close to a new car sale price, but you don't never get interest free with a used car sale. So you might as well buy the new car in a way, because you got the full warranties, and depending on the model, you get 0% financing. It's like a free loan. So sometimes it's better to buy a new car than a used car, because this used car market is due to the economy, is just blowing up, man. Like my Harley Davidson, they keep calling me back. They keep calling me, wanting me to sell them my used Harley Davidson because their inventory of used bikes it's drained. I keep thinking I'm hearing something at my hotel room door. So they keep calling me, wanting me to sell them my Harley. Yeah, I drive a Harley Street Glide, 2014. Not drive, ride. Ugh, I keep saying that. Leave that soy state. I tell you what, yes, I've said this before. California, freaking extremely expensive to live, and it's a freaking communist state. But you know what? I'll admit it. California's a nice place to visit and leave. California's very pretty. It really is. In comparison to where I live, I think Tucson, Arizona is the driest pit hole I've ever seen. Nothing grows there. It's just deadly heat. 107 degrees outside is not uncommon at all. You go up a little north to Phoenix, it can get up to 114. Not uncommon at all. Nothing green in those environments, in those desert environments. You come here, everything's lush and green. Got a lot of nice places to eat. You don't have to really worry about the politics when you don't live here, really. You can just get the hell out and go. You know what I mean? Mark Duong sold his 1 ounce palladium last Friday. I'm hoping that you made some kind of profit, or at a minimum broke even. You can't say that about the dollar. Trade somebody $1 that you've held on to for 20 years. You trade them $1. There's no appreciation, no rise in purchasing power. You've just traded something that is just diminished. Yeah, MK Ultra, like I said, I'm not exaggerating, am I? I tell people out here, 1/10 of an ounce of silver is about the size of an average man's pinky nail. And they're very thin, so it's almost like you're holding nothing. I'm going to try, I think my first gold coin will be the 1/4 ounce. So Ben Frank, thank you so much for being here. If I haven't mentioned it, Air Mac Full. The Witness, what's up, man? Good to see you're alive. I'm alive and I'm live. Yeah, I'm doing all right. Like I said, for those folks who just came in, I'm on business travel here in California, taking care of some. I'm, taking care of my thing, and I'm here in Oxnard. Can't wait till silver drops so I can buy more. I'm almost at that point. Now, you know I don't like talking about my what. I don't like discussing my total numbers, what I have in my total silver. I just don't. I don't never do a full silver video or anything like that. But I can admit that I'm almost at that goal where I don't really want to buy any more silver, but I want to move a little bit towards gold. And obviously I'll obtain gold a lot slower than I would have silver, but I just really want to have some gold in my stash. What I want to do is actually get a small, like, 1/4 ounce for my wife, and, like, for an emergency, sew a pocket on the inside of one of her belts, and that way she has it on her, but if she's ever searched or something by some thug, they'll never find it unless they're in the market for cheap belts. Don't worry, I'm not going to let no Democrat brainwash me. David Thompson, thank you so much. Cali Coin Searcher, New Jersey. Gotta love it. The Witness. Overstacked. You encouraged me to buy my first 100-ounce bar of silver. Wow, that must be some freaking block of metal. That is beauty. Harvey Birdman Stacker, pre-33 gold. So again, and the only reason why I'm bringing this up, Harvey Birdman Stacker, he just mentioned the word pre, and I immediately go to, my brain just switches to silver mode, that junk silver. So I just bought another couple of rolls of silver. I mean, a couple of rolls of quarters for the laundry here. I went through them again, like for the last 7-8 years. I haven't found one pre-64, pre-65 quarter in them. I just can't find any junk silver. And yet I'm getting reports. I find them all the time. I can't find any. And now I'm in a totally different state. I still can't find any. So some people can attract them, I guess, and some people can't. David Thomas, I would like a double eagle, yeah. Richard Matt Corkindale, thank you so much for being here. Let's see, Rollis Carvelis, thank you so much. You gave me the 3 high fives. Watch out for the Black Death there. Watch out for the Black Death. I don't know what that means, but I'll watch out for anything that looks harmful. Can you visit the new wall? You're talking about the Mexican border wall? I'm in Oxnard. It'd take me quite a drive, if that's the wall you're talking about. Mill Stacker and Dave Thomas. So Mark Blong, he said he just sold his palladium, I think Friday. And I asked the question, hey, did you make any money on it? He says, I only made $70 and only had it for 3 months. He says, I held it 3 months. Not a bad investment. I'm sorry. $70 for a piece of metal you held for 3 months. Good. That's good. Yeah, Richard McCorkey. Yeah, I guess you could call it a money belt. No, well, yes and no, D-Page. I have a couple of 1/10 ounces. And when I say a couple, I think the last time I accidentally said 4, but when I inventoried the safe, I found I really only had 3. Okay? So I have 3 1/10 ounce gold coins. And I think one of the 3 is really only 90% gold. So that was an error on my part the last time I mentioned how much gold I had. Because I don't go into the safe all the time and fondle my metal. It sounded weird. Yeah, I don't go in my safe and fondle my metal all the time. So there's times I forget what I have. So so I thought I had 4, but it turns out when I looked at it, I really only had 3, and one of them I think is only a 90%er. So I'm happy with it, but I want to get more. Thanks for asking that, D-Page. Frank Sr. Hello, give, and thumbs up. Thank you so much, Ben. My brother went and got 5,000 in half dollars. We found 40% silver in the entire supply. It's getting hard to find, and I think the government is actually looking for it too. So when it comes in its cycle, the banks, wherever they send their big bags of money to in the sky, they're cleaning out the supply of silver. Dave Thomas also agrees he can't find any silver in his change in Massachusetts. OPSEC man, CIA, NSA, FBI equals enemy of the people. Not all of them. I would say just your top tier people. There are many old diseases coming to California now. Yeah. So when I was growing up, there's many old diseases coming to the United States, my friend. So when I was growing up, I was born 63, and for quite a few years, in order to get married, you had to do a blood test. They would check for diseases. And many people would find out they had something that was curable via that disease. That is no longer occurring. Those tests, you don't have to have a blood test anymore, I guess. The same goes for immigrants coming legally into the United States. Would have to do a blood test to make sure they're not bringing something with them. That is no longer required. So basically, they're not checking for diseases anymore for people coming into the United States. People getting married, it's no longer a requirement. You know, and I always think of the United States, as well as other countries, as an ecosystem. When you introduce something to certain ecosystems, that ecosystem could collapse. And I mean that metaphorically. For example, certain ecosystems shouldn't have should have a balance. I want to make sure I say this correctly. An ecosystem should have a balance of the various life forms within it. And I think this forced immigration changes our ecosystem. Now try to think about that for a while. Everything is an ecosystem. Yes. Even certain cities, it's its own ecosystem. Too many people from certain countries can ruin or completely change an ecosystem. Just some food for thought, how my brain works. Steve-O, thank you so much for being here. Nick, hello. Thank you, Grain of Salt. I appreciate it. And if everybody would do me a favor, I really would appreciate thumbs up. And if you can, leave a comment in the comment section when this video uploads. Right now, I don't know if many people realize this. When a video is live, it's actually not being uploaded like a normal video would. It's when the video is, like when I end this video, it takes like 5 minutes, and then this live stream will upload. So come back, leave a comment, give a thumbs up if you're having a difficult time doing it on your laptop or your computer or your cell phone. Richard Bolin, yeah, it's about 10 after 11 here in Oxnard, California. Hey, shaded. I'd love to fondle my middle. So I always get this question. Ionelli Bond. Do you think investing in junk silver is okay, or should I just buy coins and bars? What he means is, should I do the junk silver or the full 0.999? And I always tell people, there's no right or wrong way. I just think if you invest in junk silver, and if you have a goal for so many ounces or pounds of silver, when you're collecting junk silver, because it's only 40% and 90% coins, I believe, you're going to have to acquire a lot more junk silver to meet your goal of X ounces of silver. There's no right or wrong way again. For me, it's a personal preference. In my change, I look for junk silver, I keep it, but I don't buy junk silver. I buy, you know, 0.999, or I buy the 4.9s. But that doesn't mean you're wrong or you're right. It's just a personal preference. That's all. When you go to sell it also, you don't have a variation of coins that this schmuck behind the freaking coin counters going through each coin with his little eyeglass thing. You don't need to deal with some idiot, you know. You got a freaking full silver eagle, he knows what it is, boom, done. Especially if you have like 100 or a few hundred of them that you're trying to sell him. He sees what they are. You got a variation of junk silver, he's going to want to inspect every one of them. You're going to be sitting there like this with a freaking headache at this dude. Just my personal preference, again. So Ben Frank says, ask for $50. Maybe I'll do that. I'll go to the bank someday and say, hey, you got any $50 rolls? Yeah, so the well witness, it's $17.90. $17.90 an ounce. So yeah, it fell, like I said in the beginning of this live chat, by about 60 cents. But it's up for today. Silver's up for today. Hey Shaded, just watched a video of 20 immigrants beat an innocent white guy up in public. Like I said, you know, we're changing our ecosystem. We really are. In the grand scheme of things, we're nothing but amoebas, just like any ecosystem you go to. You drive by a beach, and on the opposite side of the road is a marsh. It's considered an ecosystem. I mean, you get so many, let's say, red carp in that ecosystem, or introduce maybe perhaps one species that can dominate them all. You're going to ruin that ecosystem. And eventually the ecosystem itself will die, because then the red carp, I'm using that as an example, will have nothing to eat because it's done eating everything. So within a couple of years, you'll literally have a pit of just stagnated water. Again, that's why I'm not a fan of forced migration. I really am not. I'm not a fan of it. And that's what the EU is going through. And that's what the Brexit exit is about. It's about the situation with the forced migration upon them, and it's about the debt of the country in order to feed these new immigrants, because they got nothing to offer when they come into the country. I'm not saying all immigrants, but most of them, they got nothing to offer. Can't even speak the language. So what do? I'm going to text you, and you will pay for them something that you did not want in the first place. Solomon Sese. Dan Willow, thank you so much for being here. Ben Frank, again, I love junk silver, I just don't buy it. Full Push Metals, thanks for being here. Spectacular. I love doing this, by the way. I like going down, looking at the names, trying to mention everybody's name and saying hello to each and every one of them, and then attempting to answer a question every now and then here. Spectacular, grain of salt. Let's see those buys, bro. So I've actually I stopped working out for a while due to the heart condition I had about a year ago. I'm feeling a lot better. The doc took me off of one prescription, and he promises to take me off of the remaining prescriptions with the acet. He says I'll need to just stay on aspirin for the rest of my life, which is no big deal. I'll start going to the gym again. I used to love going to the gym, and since that freaking heart issue, I just haven't had the motivation. I don't know. But I'm going to go again, and very shortly here, because I just feel like I'm withering away or something. But thank you so much. I will not buy when it's 19 bucks and above. That's Steve-O. Yeah, I love Q. I mean, they're not putting much stuff out anymore, though. I'm finding it very hard to find Q videos on YouTube anymore. New stuff, that is. China has detained a FedEx pilot and former U.S. air pilot. Probably a spy. The U.S. government will not help him now. Freaking autocorrect. Oh, Q. You meant K. Que pasa, like que pasa. So yeah, it's just a 90 milligram or whatever that baby aspirin is. That's all. That's all. Other than that, I think I'm going to call it a day. Today's my day off. I'm going to run to the beach. Maybe go lay in the sand. I don't get to see this beach, this beautiful beach in Tucson. So I'm going to call it a day, and I really appreciate you folks stopping by. Just, while the prices are this low, get out and buy something. Go out and buy to your local coin shop and buy one or two of them. But anyway, I got to run, get my laundry from the dryer, and just try to enjoy the day off. You folks take care, okay? Hold on a second. A couple more people here. All right, I'm going to clear out. Take care.